Hey guys, so I have some sad news about family matters. So, 2 weeks ago, I got a call from a hospital a city away. Well, a city and then some away. And they said, "Hey, are you Gregory?" "Yeah." "Do you know your dad's in the hospital?" I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "We need your consent to treat because we've got to put him on a ventilator because he's not able to consent himself. He's unconscious." I'm like, "What happened?" And they said he crashed in his car. They found him. He was unresponsive. They took him to the local hospital and then they transferred him here. I'm like, "Okay, do what you have to." And so he was put on a ventilator 2 weeks ago. A couple of days later, like 3 days later, he was off the vent, but they found something else. They found that he was bleeding internally and that his blood pressure and blood oxygen were dropping. They kept him on they kept giving him blood transfusions to try and keep his blood pressure up. They also kept giving him medications, a medication to help keep his blood from clotting because he had two clots, one in his lungs and one in one of his legs. And they had other things that they were medicating. I went in to see him while he had still been on the vent and he looked terrible. He looked miserable. And he was. He was unconscious, but you could tell. The second time I went to see him, he was conscious, but he was not very cooperative and he was not very happy. He was still bleeding, still suffering. So gave I talked with the nurses and I talked with their care specialists and they said he's not going to have quality of life if we keep him alive. And I said, "I know." And they said, "We can't really figure out how to stop the bleeding. We've done everything we could. We've tried surgical methods, we've tried medicine, we've tried going in and cauterizing the ulcers we could see, and we don't even see where he might be bleeding from at this point." I said, "It's okay. He's been miserable much longer than the time he's been in here." And so yesterday I signed the paperwork for him to go on hospice. And this is the hardest freaking thing I've ever had to do. I've gone through almost 4 years now of sobriety, almost 4 years of recovery, almost 4 years of not only fighting to allow God to heal me, but also fighting for others so that they'll come to believe that God can heal them. And now I'm watching as my father dies because he's not willing to say, "God, please heal me." And I don't even know where he's going. I am not confident in his salvation. I've done everything I could. I have talked to him multiple times. I have asked him, "Do you know where you're going?" I have asked him, "Do you want to be saved? Do you want to?" Every time, "No, I know where I'm going and I don't care." And I'm like, you should, but I can't make the choice for him. I can only pray that God gets through to him before he goes because he won't listen to me. It's quite common that the people that know you the most won't really care to listen to what you have to say, mainly because they really don't give a hoot. And so now I'm conflicted because, on the one hand, I'm sad because he's going to be gone, and I'm sad because I know where he's going. But I'm also relieved because he won't be suffering here, and he may have a chance to not suffer there. He may. I don't know what God's going to do in the next 24 to 48 hours, however long it takes. Because they put him on, they took him off all of his meds yesterday, and he's somewhat stable now. They haven't seen a sharp decline in his blood pressure other than just a little bit. I mean, he's 80 over 40 something, but he's not like dropping, he's not dropping like a fly. His breathing is much better than it's ever been because they're keeping him on meds to help him with that. And he's comfortable. And so I really just don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I don't know what. I can't be there when he goes. I can't. I can't. And then once he's gone, there comes the daunting task of taking care of his final affairs. I need lots of prayers, guys. And honestly, I could use donations to help cover his burial because I don't even know if he gets any. He was a veteran, but he was less than honorably discharged. So I don't even know if he'd get VA benefits for burial. All these things. I'm just tired. I'm tired of having life hit me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 punches in a row and then letting me breathe for half a second before going right at it again. I know, as one of the pastors I know says, what will you expect? The devil can't get you, so he'll get to you through people you know. I know, Nate. I know, if you're watching this, I know. I'm very much aware of that. And I've done my best to love my dad, to show my dad through my actions, through my words, how much I love him and how much God loves him. And I can't do anything more. So it's not a happy update, guys. It's not a happy update. But I am glad for your support. I'm glad for your love and for your care. And like I said, if you choose to donate, great. If you don't, I still love you anyway. I don't need money. It'd just be a great boon if I came into anything that would be helpful to put him to rest. He doesn't even have a plot. Oh my goodness. All right, well, I'm going to stop airing the laundry of my own life and just leave it lie. I can't overshare too much, or else you'll find out where I live, and then you'll come visit me. You crazy weirdos. It had to be crazy and weird to watch a guy like me. I'll let you guys go. I will talk to you again soon. I love you. I do. See you soon. Bye.